is. I'm like, this is insane. I'm never doing that drug. And then like literally like maybe like 5 years later, I tried PCP.
Yeah, I remember a guy here who they tased him like 12 times. He just kept pulling it out and laughing at them.
That's amazing.
PCP.
How do you have like an immunity? Like, it's not like a weird allergy. How do you have an immunity to
I don't know.
50,000 volts? Like, how is that possible?
I don't know what PCP does to you, but I'm going to not try it.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. PCP. Oh man, how do I talk about this without trying to glorify it? I know. It is.
We are in no way glorifying drugs, by the way.
No, I'm not glorifying. Trust me, I'm telling you, it is a fucking dangerous drug. Do not do it. But the feeling of power, literally unlimited power and euphoria and freeness of the mind, in that sense that there is nothing. If you have any form of any thought, which you will have, you will just be able to. You'll just do it. I'm standing in fucking Ontario. I'm gonna run to Seattle. Bam! I'm fucking on my. I'm already left.
Yeah, that's the absolute last thing I need, because I already feel like that most of the time. So
just that with a tremendous amount of strength. Like you feel nothing. It's like you feel nothing but I don't know, euphoria rush.
Absolutely the worst.
But no pain.
Worst idea for me ever. I'll definitely be staying away from that.
I found out that because I mean I pretty much done everything at that in my life at this stage, but that one there, that's a true fucking addiction for me. I can't touch it. I woke up after a weekend of smoking fucking PCP laced weed. 3 days of smoking just 7 grams of fucking heavily laced PCP fucking weed. And I woke up on the Sunday morning and I was literally sucking on the t-shirt from the night before because it smelled like it.
That's terrible.
Isn't that insane? I realized, like, when I sort of came to from it sitting there, because I'm like, fuck, how am I going to get some more of this? And I realized the panic. And as soon as I felt and noticed that panic, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Holy shit. So I immediately called my buddy Gosling. I'm like, if I ever ask you for more of that again, you never give it to me.
Well, that's a good idea.
I'm done. Don't ever fucking do it again. Thank you for the experience. It was a lot of fucking fun, but no. I got a whole bunch of people real fucked up for a weekend. Everywhere with that.
Speaking of things I've never tried, I just joined a vegan Facebook group, so we'll see how that goes.
You're man. I mean, the flat earthers are just retarded, but to join the vegan one, man,
I love to troll. I love trolling.
Oh. You got to set up like a separate, like a fake profile to do it. So it's not necessarily your face.
That would be a good idea. But no, I did. And I am. It's me. I'm just out there. That's, it's not like I'm going to hide who I am. And I'm not going to be mean to people. I don't lie, per se, to get into these groups.
So in other words, you said that you do eat vegetarian dishes. I have eaten one. It was a mango.
I've eaten fruit and vegetables. Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Do I think eating meat is wrong? I'm really of no opinion. I've never given it that much thought. I just do it a lot.
You know what I just thought of?
No, I don't.
Think about this. Green
pepper.
How
would I? That's a silly question.
That's a good question. Yeah, it is a silly question. Green peppers.
Yeah.
All those seeds that are inside those.
Those are little baby peppers?
Those are babies.
Yep.
They're killing. It's a mother.
Right?
An innocent mother. And just throwing the babies away. Or even better, burying them alive.
The hottest cop I've ever seen in my life just pulled up to break up this fight. Which is still going on, by the way. It's just so boring I stopped commenting on it. But she is magnificent.
Wow.
God bless the VPD.
See if we can get her for an interview.
I wish I could. I'm all kind of tangled up here. That's a good idea. I've actually thought about approaching them a couple of times to get some media person on with us because I've got a lot of questions. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially in light of big changes happening in governments and things, and me trying to start up that website that'll be involved with the downtown East Side Street Market, which is probably going to annoy them quite a bit.
What I would like to know is, well, not necessarily. Let me rephrase that. The major issue I see is that if any cop were to discuss their feelings while in uniform, independently of what they thought of government or something like that, I have a feeling they would end up getting fired for it if they were to do it publicly.
Well, that's why they have a media person, and only that media person is allowed to talk to you. That's why it's always the same dude on the news.
That's so. I mean, it's understandable. It's a smart thing
almost
to do.
All businesses have a media person like that. Bed Bath and Beyond had one. Everyone has every business that has some sort of media presence, and I'm sure it's even more so now with the social media aspect of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They just bring the fight inside?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's gonna make it better.
Oh yeah, and all surrounding me.
Is the cop there?
No, they drove away.
Ah.
They don't really tend to hang around when it's just two ghetto dudes beating on each other.
I just back off and.
Just give me 1 sec here. I'll cut this out in a minute. I'm just sending. I just gotta. Sorry, just things kind of fell apart there for a second. So I'm surrounded by people.
Kind of makes you feel a little uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. It'll just be a sec. It's just I can't really hear much anyway. It was scary.
Oh, no shit, really?
Yeah, like 7.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm not there right now.
Change that subject right away.
Oh, man, that's fucking funny. Oh, shit. Oh, well, at least they weren't there for the earlier part of the conversation.
Yeah, no, they were. That's why I shut up.
They were there. Oh,
that's why I changed the subject so quickly.
Oh, that's so funny. I was like, funny.
Let's get off this. I'm not saying they're not funny. I love them. They're the best. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're a racist pig. What the fuck's the matter with you? That's it. You're off the show.
Something about me being stupid real quick here. Just change the subject. Just change the goddamn subject. It's good thing I have speakers. If I had speakers, they could hear both sides of the conversation. I totally could have talked.
That would have been so bad.
Would have been great. I put my life on the line for this show all the time.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
That's so perfect.
It's not a big Tim Hortons. There's nowhere to hide.
That's fucking great.
There's only 3 tables with power, and they're all occupied. So, kind of derailed everything a little bit, but
yeah.
I'll get back to it in a sec. I can. What can I chat about right now?
I have no idea what's going on in politics, so I have no idea right now.
Yeah, everything's quiet right now. It's the calm before the storm, right? Because everyone's gearing up for campaign season. So things always get real quiet right now. Like Parliament's out for the summer, and they're preparing for their campaign. All 3 parties, all 3 major parties have commissioned planes. They've chartered planes for the entire 50 days.
Oh, great.
So they're going to be jet setting all over the country. The Greens said they might get a bus. They might.
Well, and that's just it. That's why the Green is smarter.
I
actually thought a pretty funny conversation somewhat about that. It was a Trudeau post, and one of the comments or any one person again actually said the excuse of, well, it's not like there's anybody else you can fucking vote for. And one guy piped in and is like, look, you do understand that it's not a two-party system. You can vote independent, you can vote for the NDP, you can vote for the Green Party.
You can vote for Eric and Gord?
You can vote for Eric and Gord, you can vote for whoever you want. And what was really funny was a guy had pointed out, just pointed that out, like, you don't just have to vote for them, you could vote for others. And the same chick comments back, and some other girl comments back, and they're like, yeah, but you're literally just sort of throwing your vote away because, they're not good, they don't have a chance of winning. It's like, yeah, but they don't have a chance of winning because you keep saying that and you refuse to vote for them.
Well, yeah.
If you all just turn around and just say, you know what, I'm sick of the Liberals and the Conservatives constantly fucking it up. The NDP basically fucked it up while they were in. So then let's just put somebody else in. Let's see how they do, because nobody is going to do worse than what's happening.
No,
the country's not going to implode. The country's not going to fall apart. So just do something fucking smart about it and just throw somebody different in.
If so many people think it will, though, number one, they think you're going to split the vote and end up with a minority, which is definitely the most reasonable thing to be afraid of. That's what happens.
But
so that just forces more and more elections, which nobody wants.
But that's just it. But here's how this could play out much differently this time. If you've got the situation where you've got, okay, so they have whatever you called it. I've already wasn't paying attention that much to the details. The minority government. If you have that, and they have to do the revote, what that just proved to all the other people that didn't vote for one of the other parties because they just vote for Liberal Conservative because that's all they're ever sort of told to vote for. If those people can still go, holy shit. So if I swing my vote the other way this time, that puts them as a majority. This could actually work.
That's what I keep trying to say. And that's what I've been saying for years now, trying to push people into doing it. Nobody will. But if you could get enough people to do anything, you affect change. That's how change happens.
Yeah, but nowadays, the sad thing is nowadays you can't use logic. You literally have to manipulate them to do it. People aren't smart enough to make their own decision and to figure it out for themselves. So you literally have to manipulate them to do it. And that's the problem, because that means you can't go about it honestly.
No,
they're not smart enough to handle it honestly.
And unfortunately, it's expensive. It takes a lot of money to be able to manipulate, as well as the Conservative Party is going to this year.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just it's difficult to do. If I had a bunch of money, I'd run federally. I mean, it's $50,000 to even run for leadership of the party. So at that point, the majority of us can't. And that's why independent parties pop up. Well, that's not the only reason, but that's part of the reason. But it's difficult. It's really hard to convince people to. I don't know why anymore, because it never used to be. That people used to change things all the time.
It's because of how the media is controlled. It's all because of how the media is controlled. The media is only liberal conservative. There's no Green Party media. There's no, they're only part of one party or the other. So therefore, that's why the only way to get interviewed is through the independent places, and they will take any independent they want. I'm sure if we wanted to go out and interview any one of the fucking candidates, say, hey, look, we got a podcast. Would you want to go on the podcast and talk about whatever you do? I'm sure they'd just say, yeah, I'll take anything. Sure, I'm in.
Absolutely. Kennedy Stewart was all over it, and very gracious interview.
Yeah.
Hasn't done shit since, but whatever. He's busy. It's a tough city to govern. I know. But yeah, I will talk to as many as I can. Of course, they're all going to descend here in August for our Pride Week.
When is that? I think the same day.
August 4th or something like that is ours. The actual day, I don't know, some Sunday in August anyway, right near the front. But I know Trudeau will be there. He always is. If you remember on the podcast last year, I was very disappointed that he didn't call when he was in town.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's right. I remember.
Andrew Scheer definitely won't be, because he's refusing to appear in any Pride festivities anywhere, because he thinks it's filthy and wrong.
Lovely.
And but yeah, they'll all be here for that, and that's usually around the date where things will start kicking off.